technically nice weather again, although I guess with no rain and the heat, you can even see again with the color changes of the leaves already. It's kind of odd for some of them. I don't think I've seen patterns like that where the middle is all brown and the rest of them are green. And what was going on today? I guess this was kind of an interesting read. In India, it says they're actually going to relax its drone laws. It says here, India eases drone norms in boost for future tech. This comes days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a meeting of top ministers to discuss the formulation of a policy for the traffic management of unmanned aircraft systems, or drones. From what I gather, they essentially say they want less red tape for, I guess, regular people or commercial businesses to be able to use it. It says several approvals abolished and processes made easier, number of forms reduced from 25 to 5, coverage of drones increased from 300 kilogram to 500 kilogram, fee reduced to nominal levels, yellow zone reduced from 45 kilometers to 12 kilometers from an airport perimeter, no flight permission required, up to 400 feet in a green zone. That's pretty over the top before. Holy smokes, 45 kilometers like from an airport perimeter. Now they dropped it down to 12. While as mentioned here, people have been using it as weapons, it says drones now form a significant new consumer tech category, particularly among hobbyists and visual artists, and are being tested for a range of practical as well as industrial uses, such as automated package deliveries by e-commerce companies. So how about for smaller drones? It says building on its attempts to make rules easier, the rules state no pilot license will be required for micro drones, as long as it's non-commercial use, nano drones, and for research and development organizations. There will no longer be a ban on the use of drones by foreign-owned companies registered in India, and no security clearance will be required before any registration or license is issued. So they'll probably have that same, I guess, iffy topic where in terms of what is commercial, it seems like everything is commercial when you think about it. Kind of reminds me of that ridiculous statement by Transport Canada before where they mentioned you publish your drone video online anywhere, it's considered commercial. Doesn't matter even if you're showing it to your friend because it could lead to what? Direct or indirect benefit? Like, that's ridiculous. That's good that they're relaxing it because it is over the top by the sounds of it anyways, especially the way it was before. I guess the thing that sticks out of my mind as well is how they mentioned it's a new, I guess, tech or new thing for hobbyists, when in reality it's been around for years when you think about it with things like RC planes and model aircrafts. My thought is still the same thing. It should just come down to what you're using and how, with some basic traffic management. It should really be that straightforward. That's how you manage most things in life. You don't categorize every single thing in the exact same way. Because reading this, actually funny enough, with drones, like this isn't like a quote, I guess, model aircraft or whatever. Like it says here, Spanish police seize large drone used to carry drugs for Morocco. And in terms of the specs and stuff, according to this thing anyways, it says it has a wingspan of 4.5 meters and a capacity to carry 150 kilos of cargo. As well, it says it has a maximum speed of 170 kilometers an hour. Because in terms of categorizing every single drone as if it's a large manned aircraft or something like that, I think there's a clear difference between this and, let's just say, I don't know, something like the Mini, for example. I don't consider a bicycle as a motorcycle, for example, let alone consider it as a car, but that's kind of how it is in terms of the classifications. And I think that's the first thing that needs to be solved first and foremost if people want to, I guess, get rid of over-the-top regulations and actually focus on safety. And the last thing I read was about that coyote incident, like here around the area, especially like in Stanley Park. They said they've been attacking people non-stop. I guess recently they attacked like a 2-year-old girl or something like that. And it says here, Vancouver Park Board says 4 coyotes euthanized after more than 30 attacks in Stanley Park. So finally they decided, I guess, to do something. And it's kind of interesting reading why they assume they've been attacking more people, like all of a sudden. It says, while the reasons behind the increased aggressive behavior are unknown, St. Clair said it could have something to do with COVID-19 pandemic and the change in patterns of human use in the parks. There was much less activity by people everywhere, but it was quickly followed by a lot less activity on the roads and a lot more activity in the parks. So is it one of those like territorial things? They didn't see a bunch of people, so they're not afraid of them anymore. And now that their population increased, it's kind of like, I guess, like a pack of coyotes, like a gang mentality. Hey, intruder, attack them. That's what they assume anyways. Makes me think too, because usually in these situations where they unfortunately have to kill an animal because they're really aggressive, people are really against it. But what would you say like here? Because that's a really long time, like 30 people attack before you actually do something about it. So at what point would you say it makes sense to actually take out the animal, so to speak, versus saying it's the natural habitat, it's the humans' fault for, like, I don't know, running around the seawall on a jog or something like that? Oh, what is that? Free fall skydiving?
Yeah, 6 of them. 6 of them. 5.
These are the ones I took a picture of the other day. See, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, see you guys later.